Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and another replay from the far past. It's going to be a game from July 2001 featuring Grrrr versus Byun here on Lost Temple. Left side spawn of Lost Temple. It is the blue Zerg player. It is Grrrr. His nickname was Poor Zerg. He's a Korean Zerg player who created a variety of low economy builds that Zergs now use. He was considered the best Zerg of his time, and it was a huge influence on his successor, Yellow, rumored to have been the creator of the 3-Hatch Hydra ZVP build, as well as the infamous 5-Pool. So this is a legend, man, Byun, and this is Grrrr, the Canadian, the Protoss player, spawning in the south, and the color brown. Holy smokes, what can I say about Grrrr? He's the most successful foreign player of Brood War of all time. Mainly, he played Protoss, but he's also known for his ability to play all races at a very high level and compete with the best players of all time as well. The only foreigner to win a premier tournament in the Brood War in the entirety of Brood War's history. He won it in the year 2001, came in third in 2002, and he's a legend, right? These are two legends playing against each other in July 2001 here in the Remastered client. Blah. I'm very excited to see what is going to happen in this match. Let's see, what else can we say about him? Yeah, he was selected to play in like a Legends match in 2015, along such players like Boxer, Yellow, and Nada. So he's considered one of the OGs, man. I had somebody request a Grrrr replay, and I was like, I bet BW Replays has one. So I went and I looked, and I found one, and I'm very happy that it's versus Byun. Again, an excellent, excellent Zerg player who retired long ago, but left his mark on the game as well. So this is really, really exciting for me to see what we're doing here. We're going to see, it's a 2-gate opener, yes. Crazy 2001 builds, man. Professional 2001 stuff. This is just... Oh, think back to what was happening in 2001 when you were alive. Or heck, you might be watching this and you weren't born in 2001. Holy smokes. If that's true, by the way, I'm very happy to see that the younger and up-and-coming generation is interested in Brood War. Leave a comment and I'll respond to that for sure. Anyway, 2-gate opening, Zealot pressure opening here from Grrrr against Byun. I don't have any idea when this replay, but what it's from, a tournament or a practice match or something, but Grrrr did move to Korea. Like, he kind of conquered the foreigner scene, like the North American scene especially, and just basically was like, well, I'm going to move to Korea to get a better challenge, and it worked out for him, man. What's also funny about Grrrr is that reportedly he didn't practice all that hard. Like, he didn't really play 18 hours a day and just drill builds and stuff. He just, what it says is he relied on his clever tactics, strategic insight, and a deep understanding of the game to win. Which I think is just hilarious that that's the case. Anyway, throwing up the hatch here is Byun at the top of the ramp, so we can throw Sunkens up to defend against, well, what might be some Zealot pressure, or maybe just Zealots built for defense, recognizing that Byun is an aggressive Zerg player who likes to get a lot of lings out early and likes to go low econ attacks, right? He's only at 11 drones here, and he's not making any more, that's for sure. So he's going to try to pressure up a little bit, and it looks like we're fairly well prepared for this. If we're Grrrr. I like it, man. He's throwing down his natural now for his third. Again, kind of weird stuff coming out of 2001. Out of, gosh darn, almost 20 years ago now. It's going to be 20 years ago in July. That's how long ago this game was, which blows my mind thinking about it. StarCraft, you've been around for a while, man. You've been good to us for such a long time. All right, so are we... What speed for these guys? No, these are slowlings, man. No speed? Okay, this is weird stuff, man. Hydralisk Den at 4.5 minutes on 12 drones and one base. And one base. This is fun. Loving this stuff a lot. Stargate opening. All right. That's good. I mean, 2-gate into Stargate. Ooh, this could be a scout. This is early enough. I feel like this could be a scout. But either way, look at this. Grrrr's just like Zealots. They hold the wall really, really well against Lings. This is before they figured out the Forge Fast Expand play, where obviously you know how this works, but you throw up a Forge, you get cannons, you can expand fast, and use the cannons to defend. And I think this is way before that became a very popular thing. So, beautiful. It's going to be a Corsair. All right, so Corsair opening here. Hydras are going to have to defend against the Corsairs going after the Overlords and whatnot. But man, 14 drones. He's making 3 more. So he's going to try to kind of saturate his natural base a little bit. He made a lot of lings. I kind of worry about his ability to win this game. He made so many lings and didn't do anything with them at all. I mean, I guess he denied a natural base for Grrrr, which is cool, but man. Again, he's a low econ Zerg, is what he is. He's poor Zerg, is again what they called him. So maybe he's okay with this. Maybe this is his style. He's like, you know, just going to make a handful of Zerglings. Who needs 60 drones anyway? We'll just make these Zerglings. It'll be fine. Look at him defending against possible counterattacks. He's got vision down here, though, to see if the Zealots are going to move out, which it doesn't seem like they are. This is honestly Grrrr kind of turtling on one base, which feels extraordinarily bad. But we'll see. We'll see what he can get done with it here. Corsair getting chased away by the Hydralisks. That's their job at this point. But 5 more Hydras coming in. Is this the famed 3-hatch Hydra ZVP build that we just saw on the Wikipedia? Maybe it is. Does this count as a 3rd hatch? I guess it does. I was assuming 3 hatch meant 3 hatches like 3 bases. Nope, just 3 hatches, man. Get out of here. My Overlords need protection. We're going to protect them. Lair coming in at 6.5 minutes. We've got speed on the way, obviously. Forge at 6.5 minutes. So obviously cannons aren't part of the play here. What's annoying is you could put a cannon on the top and like cover a lot of this area the lings are hanging out in. But it would be 150 mineral investment, so what do you do? Corsair. Oh, those Hydras popped just at the right time. They're not actually defending their Overlord, though. No, defend. You guys defend the Overlord. All right, Overlord down. That hurts. Supply block on Byun here. It is 53 to 40 total supply. Grrrr has a very nice lead, but he's only on 1 base. And here's your cannon on the high ground. So many Zealots. Is this just a ye old Zealot Corsair style play? We've seen it, man. We have seen it for sure. Oh, look out. No Corsairs, though, not being very careful. Okay, well, that's a dead Corsair. At least, and it was. 0 kills and 1 kills on said Corsairs flying around at the speed of sound. 20 drones. 20 drones at 7.5 minutes for Byun. Again, something of a function of Byun's playstyle and something of a function of how old this game is. APM's also not really anything. Is this before APM really started to matter? 160 APM. They seem pretty evenly matched that way. But all of a sudden, that's a lot of lings cruising on down. I guess they're just coming down. They've been on the map for a while. They just haven't done anything yet. Getting up this ramp is impossible. Not with this number of Zealots. Not with this cannon. That is 8 Hydras, though. That's pretty scary stuff. The army's definitely bigger here for Byun if we do the math. For total value of units here on the map, and then kind of subtract the army value, and yeah, Byun's army is bigger. Doing some napkin math here while I'm casting, which is never good because your brain is using a lot of brain cells to cast. Not many left over for basic addition and subtraction, I can tell you that much. Oh, let alone division or like multiplication. Heavens to Betsy. So we got a bunch of speed lots here with no attack upgrades, but we're working on it. Going for faster Overlord movement and just more and more Hydras, man. It's like, who needs a 3rd base? My opponent's on 1. I can win on 2 bases. She's not wrong. The math is checking out here quite nicely for Sir Byun. Now, this is not the same Byun who is famous in StarCraft 2 circles as being an incredible Terran player. This is poor Zerg Byun. All right, well, the Hydras don't want to go up the ramp, but they'll use some vision provided and take down a cannon. That's totally fine. Overlord comes in, gets a beautiful scout. There is just no... Oh, boy. There is nothing here that the Overlord does not see. Storm is not coming in yet. See, this is your problem, man. If a bunch of Lings and Hydras show up and you don't have any Storm, bad things will happen to you, Grrrr. Traditionally, very bad things will happen. The Zealots are doing great for themselves, though. Man, if they had +1 attack, this would go so much better for them. It really would. The Zealots are dying. That +1's not kicking in here. More and more Hydras pouring in. We actually made an Archon because we can't wait for Storm to finish. Hydras continue to jump on in right now. Production tab, 5 more Hydras at a time. Starting to float a little bit of money, but, you know, it's okay. He's putting some pressure on. I think he's made some good trades here. He's at 23 drones now. He's droned up a little bit in the meantime. These Hydras, by the way, have no upgrades. They don't have armor upgrades. They don't have attack upgrades. Trying to snipe down that high. Oh, they get the High Templar, and then all the Hydras die. So this is starting to look a little bit worse for Grrrr. Although Byun, 47 supply to 66, this math is not adding up as well. You need the Storm. Oh, that High Templar doesn't have enough energy for Storm, though. Shield battery up. Oh, I love these old games. I need to cast more 2001, 2000 era games. This is great. Shield battery up. Unupgraded Hydras just wander. They have the range upgrade and the speed upgrade, obviously, because you want those for sure. But working on Ventral Sacs. Working on Ventral Sacs. This is... hey, look! Storm is out! Okay, is this enough to turn the tide? Is it enough to turn the tide here? I don't know why the Hydras are not getting into this mineral line instead of kind of sitting in the middle of Nowheresville. There we go. Now they're moving on over. Making 3 Zealots and an Archon at a time here. Zealot Archon, not bad. Yeah, alright. +1 Archon's doing 33 damage, which is a huge, hefty chunk of Hydralisk HP. It's just the problem is the Hydras outrange the Archons immensely. It looks like you're going to force the Zerg out of your main base, but for how long? Behold, a third base. Now, technically, here close to home for Byun. It is minerals only, but that's okay. Is he going to try to drop Hydras in here? He's not even going for a Lurker Tech, mind you. No, just, you know, just going to go 4 hatcheries, make a bunch of Hydras, get range, get speed, and go. That's the strategy here from Byun. I can't say that I necessarily disagree with it. Zealots responding to the incoming onslaught and possible slaughter of the dudes. The Archon needs to go help there. He really does. Like, the Zealots are going to be tanking for him. We need you to be doing the damage, buddy. That's why Archon Zealot is good. It's because Zealots are melee, but Archons, they have 3 range. So they can sit behind the Zealots and smash the Hydras in the face. If you get up on top of them, if the Hydras aren't being incredibly well microed, which, it's fine. A couple DTs on the way here from Grrrr, which is great. He needs more production. Problem is, he's starting to mine out of his minerals here. I don't know if more production is going to help him all that much. Like, he's spending his gas anyway. I guess maybe to have a couple more gateways for more Zealot production would not be terrible. High Ground Overlord, get out of my neighborhood, says Grrrr, the Canadian. It's interesting that his name is Grrrr. Seems a little aggressive for a Canuck, but hey. What do I know about the land of Canada to the north? $29 workers for Byun. He's slowly been increasing his economy, so he's not an idiot. He's not going to stay on 20 drones for all time here, right? He's saturating up his third. His natural looks okay. Again, he's not at 45 workers. He's not at 50 or 60 workers. He's at 29, but still. That seems like a lot for poor Zerg here. Oh man, this is a big reinforcing swell of Hydras. He needs more Storm. I don't know why he's not making a High Templar right now. He has the resources for it. He's just pumping Zealots. Maybe it's a panic situation. Finally, Lurker aspect coming in from Byun. Again, getting up a ramp is just not something you ever really want to do. Oh, that's a good storm. That's a beautiful storm, as a matter of fact. Woo! Das ist ein good Storm. Alright, Storm turning the tide here just a little bit. Zealots jumping on top of these Hydralisks. They've got the +1 attack. They're working on +1 armor. It's not here yet. I'm not sure if it will be. Can he expand? Can Byun expand to a natural base? That is the question of the day. This is so many more Hydras, though. This is so much. What's funny about this is it kind of feels like this strategy has been rediscovered by Zergs recently in ZVP. Just mass Hydra Lurker off of 3 bases, and then just kind of try to keep the Protoss pinned inside their base. No Storm available. No Storm available. And that's your good game. Yeah, he knew he wasn't expanding there. it was just the writing on the wall. Grrrr decided to tap out. He had no income whatsoever. He was not going to be able to take this natural. There were healthy bases on the other side of the map here from Byun, and Byun gets the win with his patented All the Hydras build, which again, I feel like has found a new renaissance here in the year 2021 with Zerg players doing this and ZVPs. Zerg players like Soma doing this and just looking insanely good. You storm dodge. You spread the lurkers out so they can't get stormed in. You just try to keep the Protoss player on 2 bases, or in this case, 1, and then win. Yeah, Grrr's storm was too late. Like, it's weird for me to critique a 2001 Grrrr when he's about to win an OSL, but, I mean, the game was just different back then, right? It was harder to deal with this stuff because, well, the Forge Fast Expand didn't exist, which allowed you to get more gas faster, which allowed you to get up to Templar Archives faster, which allowed you to get Storm faster. And then by the time the Hydras showed up, if they wanted to wait for the Hydras to have speed and range, then you probably have Storm ready to go. And suddenly it's so much easier to do. Yeah, in this case, it was 2 Zealots on the opening, so that slowed down, like 2 gateways on the opening, right? A lot of Zealot production, so that slowed down the ability to get the gateway out, so that slowed down the Corsair harass. It's a whole thing. It's a whole, builds make a huge difference in StarCraft. And I don't know. Like, I don't know if Grrrr ever, like, he retired in 2004, I think. So I'm not sure that he maybe even got to the Forward Fast Expand era of Protoss or not. Maybe he came up with it. I don't think so, though. I read his Wikipedia page. It seemed to indicate that was not the case. What's funny is they have this whole quote from him about an interview he did with SC Legacy back in 2001. He said, "My favorite matchup is Protoss versus Zerg. I don't mean that I win it all the time, but I mean that I like to play it." Well, there you go. What I like to do against a 3-hatch Hydra user is a simple Zealot rush with fast gas, then stop making Zealots after 5, tech quickly to Templars, and possibly expand even before my Templar Archives is done. See, this is what you're trying to do. Then I get Psystorm Archons and Zealot speed. I really like to get fast Templar and fast expansion. It's the best way. It works at best when you're at 12 o'clock on Lost Temple. To this day, quickly expanding under the safety of Templar tech is standard aspect of PvZ. Yeah, so that's what he was trying to do. It just wasn't as fast as we're seeing today. Just the idea came from Grrrr, but the execution has just gotten better and better and better over the years. And I guess another interesting thing here too from his Wikipedia page is that, the Wikipedia page argues that his contribution to the creation of new Protoss strategies can be easily compared to what Boxer did for Terran. Whew. That's humongous. Anyway. Good stuff. I've got a couple more replays here. If you want to see more Grrrr replays, by all means, let me know in the comments, and we can toss a couple more up on the channel for sure. Any other old school players you want me to do? I've done some Boxer already. If you search Boxer on my channel, you'll find his replays. I could always try to find some more of those, though, if you're interested. Obviously Yellow, obviously Nada, right? These legends of the old times. I love casting those replays. They're fun. The new stuff is really fun, too. I've been casting a lot of recent 2020, 2021 replays from tournaments, and those have been excellent. But also the old stuff is excellent too. So it's just all a Brood War. I don't have any complaints about all of it. It's all excellent and life-changing and my favorite. All right. Good stuff. So that, let's go ahead and check out the final score. I was just about to go into my, my ending spiel there. That's not accurate. We need to do this. So in 14 minutes, 54,000 points for Grrrr, 50,000 total for Byun. So a situation where the loser scored more points than the winner was able to gather. It's a lot of dead stuff is the thing here, right? 88 Zerg units dead, only 47 Protoss units dead, but outproduced. That's exactly how we do it. And then just the pressure. It was just so much pressure. There was nothing Grrrr did in that game to put any pressure on Byun whatsoever, except for a couple Corsairs that did kill a couple Overlords, but still not enough. And then just being on one base for 14 minutes means you're dead at the professional scene, even back in 2001. So that's what we've learned. All right, fantastique. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered from the year 2001. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.